Alright, welcome everyone to the final part of Sonic Forces. We're here. We're going to take down the Death Egg robot from Sonic 2.
Again,
Again.
Eggman really likes that thing.
Yeah, he does.
Even though we're going to
likes,
see in the
he likes it
battle,
so much
doesn't
that he
look quite the
mass-produced it.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? This isn't the Death Egg robot. Eggman, how dare you? This is more of a of eldritch monstrosity.
By the end of the fight, it'll look more like Sonic Colors' final boss, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, it does. It really does.
Really likes the design, doesn't he?
Can we also mention that that since Colors they've reused that boss type a lot for final bosses? Because
Oh yeah,
in Colors there was a Nega Wisp armor. Then there was I forgot his name. Well, I don't think there was a name, but it was the final boss of Lost World, and it functioned the same. And then there's this boss, which is multi-tiered, and in the final phase, it's straight up just the Nega Wisp armor boss.
yeah.
Oh,
I just noticed.
It's right here. It's right here. He sounds like Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
I know that. Yeah, I thought that the line delivery was weird for sure.
Yeah.
You notice how Tails was there in that cutscene. Again, it goes on with how earlier I saw a theory about how, or not a theory, but maybe a suggestion that instead of classic Sonic, it should have been Tails instead. But oh well.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about this final boss in general? I guess.
Let's see. Difficult for sure, but if it hasn't I've died I think like twice in this fight. It's not even here. It's in the next phase. As far as that is not even. It's not really that bad of a boss. In this first phase, he just bounced back boulders that he chucks at you. That's it.
Sort of like the Egg Dragoon, yeah.
Yeah. But it's pretty much done and over with, really fairly quickly. Now is the next phase, where you play as the Avatar and all that.
And this is kind of like Zavok, I guess. Now I'm looking at it. Maybe it's just the hexagon platforms.
Yeah, it's just the way you control the Avatar, and that's pretty much it.
And then obviously the final phase again is like colors, so basically.
Yeah.
You know, the Chaos Emeralds have been a pretty big non-factor in recent like modern Sonic games, haven't they? Like past generations, the Chaos Emeralds haven't really had much of a place.
No, they didn't. Let's see. Like
I think
the last game where the Chaos Emeralds had a significant role was Unleashed. Every other time it was either. After that, it was either.
Well, Generations.
Not to the level of Unleashed. Generations just felt like, we have those, let's use them. That's what it felt.
I guess,
like.
but they are I suppose so, but they are like I guess important to the story of Generations at the very least.
Well,
like whereas in most of the modern games, like I think the criticism for a while was that like all the games end with like you get the Chaos Emeralds, turn Supersonic or Super whatever, to deal with the final baddie in a scripted, well, not a script sequence, but like you couldn't use Supersonic like outside of the final boss stuff basically. But
Yeah.
That's been replaced recently with kind of like, oh, well, they're basically just not been used at all. They're like mini extras, like side extras. You know?
Yeah.
And I guess it's
I
nice to play
mean,
as like Supersonic in regular stages, but I don't know. I also
well,
don't really
that started with
see it that often whenever I see it online because it's more like a post game reward than anything.
well,
Whereas in
that's what the Emeralds was back in Sonic 1 and 2 and 3. They were just like
well,
something you
in
can
like
get.
2 and 3 though, you could collect them throughout the game, and then you could use Sonic, Supersonic at any point. Then couldn't you?
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah. But from what
and
I've seen, that's not quite the same in like the modern games. It's like you have to wait a
well,
while before you can start using them
I
or even
mean,
get them all.
let's see, with colors, you have to like collect all the red rings in order to get the Chaos Emeralds, and then even then, you have to play like all. I think most of the levels or all of the levels in order to get the Chaos Emeralds for that game.
At that
And I
point,
think,
there's not much game to use them for left, is there?
well, no, they weren't. I don't think the game was made in the way to use Supersonic in like in any important role.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's that's pretty much it. Really, I think just to compare Unleashed to Generations with the use of the Chaos Emeralds, it's mostly goes in tandem with what I've said in the last part. I think where the scale just is just not there, and I feel like that with Unleashed, the scale was massive, uh, and the Chaos Emeralds in that game felt more important. But in Generations, there isn't really much of a scale. It's not much of a scale, despite the fact that Eggman's trying to like wreck the timeline and whatever. It just to me it just
Hmm.
doesn't really compete, and that's why I kind of lump Generations in with the games that don't really that treat the Chaos Emeralds as more of a not like a small thing when they really shouldn't.
Maybe, maybe.
Like they're miracle gems, you know. They gotta pull off miracles.
Yeah. Well, speaking of miracles, we'll have the triple boost soon.
By the way, have you ever seen
Spoilers.
Alien?
Yeah, yeah. I've seen Aliens.
Yeah, well, this is essentially the same thing.
And
Boom,
there it
there he
is, Void
is.
Eater or whatever it is.
Yeah, bursted from the chest of the main body, I guess, and now it is time for the final phase. This is it. It's just Nega Wisp armor. That's it.
Yep. And we're in, I guess, void space, I suppose, or something of the
Yeah.
sort.
Also, I think this was like a She Says video. Boundary break. After seeing the this boss from like far away,
Hmm.
it kind of paints this boss fight in a different light for me, because now he's kind of like just in front of a glittery background. That's pretty much it. It's
Ah,
a half circle
okay.
of cubes.
Yeah, with some visual trickery and such.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah. As we were briefly talking about, well, not even briefly, but we were talking about like Chaos Emeralds and Supersonic and such. Like they don't even feature in this game at all. Like, I mean, Supersonic's DLC, like free, but like it's such a weird, way to handle it. I think, isn't it?
yeah. I don't think I've ever downloaded the DLC actually.
Oh,
If I did,
sugar.
and I never really used it because there really isn't. I don't think there really is a point to using it in this game. It's
Hmm.
there to
I,
just be there.
I
You
think
know,
I
it's
might
not.
have seen you like hover over it at one point, but I'm not sure. Like
Yeah.
earlier, at the beginning,
Well,
when in
I must
menus
have
and all
downloaded it,
that.
but the it's just the fact that Supersonic was DLC in the first place just kind of devalues Supersonic as a whole. Supersonic was meant
Yep.
to be a reward for getting all the Chaos Emeralds, or getting all the in-game or yeah, it's meant to be a reward.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying
exactly.
to say. It was like that in it was like that in Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, and it was like that in Sonic Heroes, and a lot of the handheld games as well. So, Supersonic just being DLC just isn't a very good incentive.
Yeah.
Why would like it's like why would you go through the effort of getting all the Chaos Emeralds when you can pay like $5 just to get it?
Well, that's the end of it. So that's the end of it now.
Yes, that is. That is indeed the end of it. And we have a new Wisp which I am never really going to use.
Post
Ever.
game was fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and Sonic shoes.
Yep. Snick shoes.
That's it. Yeah. That's Sonic Forces.
Yep. All the illusions are going away. Everyone's happy. And all that. Also, I'm seeing multiple avatars in that crowd. There's two of them right next to each
Oh
other.
yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah. There's why
They're all
there are a bunch
duplicates.
of like similar looking. Yeah. I think maybe it's randomly generated or something. Or it gets
No,
like
no,
friends.
it's not. It's not randomly generated. They're
Well,
straight up
not randomly generated, but
duplicates.
you know.
They're straight up
Uh,
duplicates.
I just had a thought. Imagine in that scene, like everyone, all the duplicates fade away, and like, woo, yeah, yeah, and then just like Shadows had his ass kicked on the floor, like, I fucking kicked the wrong one.
Uh,
Uh,
Actually, I think this ending is supposed to lead to Mania Adventures, and not the game.
yeah, I think so too. Yeah,
Even though how he arrives is completely different from how he
yeah.
exits this world.
I guess the destruction of the rubies, like the kind of ruby stuff or whatever, must have done something. I just realised, do we get like do we see what actually happened to Eggman at the end of that?
Of
Like,
what, Mania
or do
Adventures?
you, oh no, like in this game, like after you defeat the final boss, do we see any of what happened to Eggman, or is it just like I don't know, rest in
It's
peace,
a
died in robot?
it's cut to black, and that's where the IDW comics come in because well, it picks up the slack
Oh
what
yeah,
this
yeah,
game it picks up the slack where this game lacks, and that's in its story.
yeah. I forgot
Because
that for some reason.
in the IDW comics, Eggman was just found outside of a village
Hmm.
where he got amnesia and
Mr.
became
Tinker.
Mr. Tinker. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I asked that question because, as far as I know, like the what the comics do and what the games do are like separate things, basically. Like, even though it would be
Uh,
cool, even though I'd love to see, and it'd be cool for like the games to implement, you know, the comic stuff into the games. Like, and I know they've sort of done that already with like with Tangle and Whisper in what was it that Sonic Forces mobile game. I'd like to see it in like maybe the mainline stuff as well.
yeah, I would like I I think the comics are supposed to be more in line with the game's story. I feel like that they might be more canon in relation to the games, but
Well, since Forces, there's not really been like the IDW comics is basically like from the beginning had sort of free reign to do its whole own thing because there's not really been
yeah.
any big Sonic games since Forces, has there? Like there was
No, there
Team
hasn't.
Sonic Racing, and they did like sort of a one-off for that,
They did?
like a one-off comic. I mean, yeah,
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I I think the mainline comic was just kind of skipped over that game due to it being a more side game.
yeah. That's why I said that they did a one-off instead and such. But like
Yeah.
for example, at the end of like the Archie run, they were adapting game stories at that point with maybe like a bit of a twist, but
Yeah, like
that's mainly what they were doing. Whereas
they
IDW's basically been allowed to be original for, I guess, the greater part of its run so far.
well, you know what? I think in the later half of the Archie comics, like once they get to like to the 200 issues where Ian Flynn goes on,
Yeah,
uh the that's when I think the comics just had like a like grander feeling and all that.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but
After,
like
I guess,
some of the original
and
because I
is
think
this also after Ian Flynn gave Charmy brain damage?
yeah I saw a video on that and it was just not
Oh,
good. Um,
well, we all make
and
mistakes early on.
yeah, and it just kind of feels like that the IDW comics are they are allowed to do original stuff, but it feels like that they're on a leash when it comes to Archie comics, where yeah they didn't do a whole lot of original stuff and reinterpreted some game story ideas from it, incorporating whatever they could, but it felt like that
Hmm.
they did more because of the stuff that they brought in, you know.
Well, they also had longer to do it.
Well,
Like they
yeah,
Archie, I think Archie's Sonic comic, I think at the time until like 2017 was it did hold a record. It was, I think, actually the longest running American comic series that hadn't had like like a revamp or something like along those lines,
despite the
which is
fact that it
insane if you
rebooted
think
like
about it.
twice. They
Like
rebooted like
like
twice, you know.
like Sonic's like comic history is enormous. I think they have like
Yeah,
500 and what 12 or 500 and something, like this is like Archie, like this is including like spin-offs and one shots and such as well, but like Archie had like 500 and something Sonic comics until they lost the license to it.
yeah. Side
And
stories
that
with different characters and all that.
and that's not even counting the fact that other companies had like their own Sonic series too, like Fleetway, and now there's IDW's carrying
Oh
the
yeah.
torch.
Did you know that there was a Sonic the Hedgehog manga?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's where Charmy came from.
Was it the? Actually, yeah, I think it
There's a
was.
there's a Sonic manga where a very different looking character, well, a character called Charmy B, which is very different looking, first appeared. But yeah, I think that's
And
where Charmy
then
first
there was
came
the fact
from.
that Sonic the Hedgehog is actually an alter ego for the main character, who I think
Yeah,
his name
I
is
think that's
Nikki.
the same one. I think that's the
I think
same
I think
comic,
his name
yeah,
is Nikki.
or the same
I'm
manga.
not entirely sure. And
It's
yeah,
weird.
yeah. Well,
Well,
I mean, Fleetway Sonic was just a major jerk, you know. It's
yeah,
just
and had insane supersonic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I think that's it.
Yeah,
I think I'm out
that's
of.
pretty much
I guess.
that's pretty much it.
I mean,
Uh,
I could. There are a lot more Sonic things I could say, but I think I'd just be talking about what they could do in other games at this point. But
Actually, I think that's what we've been doing this entire time.
in
Because
a sense, yeah.
it feels like that we weren't really talking about the game. We were just kind of sidestepping around the game.
I guess that wasn't. I mean, I guess the thing is, it's so average. There's not really a lot to talk about besides like the basics we covered.
Yeah,
Sort of goes over a good portion of it. Like there are things like the red rings you were getting, like when you get all the red rings, I think that you get maybe extra, avatar rewards for it. But also that also unlocks new ring challenges in the level. Like I think you get all the red rings, then
yeah,
it's the numbered rings, and then it's the moon rings and something like that.
yes, that is correct. And
But that's
from
just
what I know,
padding
there's
more than
like,
anything else, though.
according to Clement, they are completely worthless. You don't get anything.
Yeah, yeah, it just seems like padding more than anything, to be honest.
Yeah,
There's obviously like those side mission, like little side levels you could play to get avatar stuff,
yeah.
and then
Like
there's obviously Shadow's
I didn't
story.
do the side. I didn't do the extra levels. I didn't do the SOS missions as well. Uh, and they're just all, uh, they're all just like different levels with different challenges that you can do for more
Mm,
avatar parts. You know, avatar
yeah.
stuff.
Well, hope the next Sonic game has more of, I guess, more budget put into it, and maybe, to be honest, goes back sort of has a relook at what the sort of the adventure style was. Where we have more, I guess, expansive levels, and you're able to actually turn around as Sonic more naturally, like move left and right and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Have characters, more character can play as, but yeah. Huh.
Let's see.
It can be a bit hard to talk about a game you haven't played, even if you have seen a lot of it.
Yeah,
But I'd just like to
yeah.
thank you, I guess, for inviting me on this, for inviting me onto this commentary. You know,
Yeah, you're welcome, dude.
not used to, I'm not used to this kind of stuff. Really, it's my first time doing it. I thought it'd be a bunch of fun.
Well,
Um,
that's
so
good.
even if so, I hope the viewers, I hope you don't mind if things may have been a bit rusty with me around, or if I, got in the way of commentary sometimes. But yeah, I had a good time. I did.
Yeah.
Although I also discovered while recording that like I have a button on the side of my microphone that's supposed to turn it off. However, that only turns it off when speaking to other people. So Audacity might have recorded a bunch of weird noises I made instead, like coughs or whatever. It's just annoying to learn, but hey ho, I've had a good time trying to, I've had a good
Yeah.
time doing commentary. Let's do this
Uh,
again sometime, maybe.
so what's next for me? Let's see. I would probably once I have this all edited and done in this moment in time, I would probably just head back to Sonic Heroes and just record the Team Dark, uh, just record Team Dark and all that. And then take another break because Sonic Heroes is actually kind of uh, a lot of the same stuff, no matter who you pick. So, if you want to see what I'm doing, if you want to see like stuff on Sonic Heroes, just check out that commentary. It's just me with Team Sonic, but it's a good watch. It's good. I think. I don't watch my own content. I just put it up there. And
uh,
I think after like that, I think I'm just gonna do some other game because I've been doing a lot of Sonic recently.
yeah,
Cause
need a bit of Mario in your life to counterbalance it.
yeah, man, some Crash Bandicoot. You know what? I was
Yeah.
actually thinking about just doing the Titan games for Crash.
Well, I hope you have.
Yeah,
I hope if you decide that's fun stuff, man.
yeah, I might
But for
bring it
now,
back.
that's the end of Sonic Forces. Oh,
Yeah, I might ask you to come back. Who knows?
that would be fun. I have stuff to say about Crash too. Crash as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'll find a
Yeah,
game
well.
that we can both commentate on.
Well, I hope everyone else. I hope like the viewers have had a good time. I know I've enjoyed doing this, but yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, we saved 99% of the world. Take care, everyone.
0.1 left. All right, have a good one. See ya.
Your plan will end like all your plans do, with you sitting in a pile of busted robot parts wondering how you failed so badly.